What's up, guys? Got a question from a gentleman asking me to go over shelving. He doesn't really understand a shelving EQ and, why you'd want to use it. So we have a sound here. It doesn't have a whole lot of anything on the top end, and we want to give it a bit of air or presence. And, you'd think, okay, you'll just use a bell. But sometimes that's not really appropriate. You'd want to kind of raise a bunch of frequencies above a certain point, kind of like a reverse filter or an inverted filter. So what you got to do is, we'll select one here, and this little symbol right here, this is our shelf. And what this does is it raises everything above a certain point. And the Q, what it does is, okay, when you EQ something and you raise it above a certain point, it's always a good idea to lower it a bit at this point. And what that does is it gives it a bit more balance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it. I'm going to add the shelf, and we'll see what it sounds like. Right about here, because you see it rolls off. So I'll just add it. So we have our Q set, so there's not a whole lot of reduction before the cutoff point or before the EQ point. Now that sounds a little bit unnatural, so if we kind of move that down, we kind of compensate. It's always good to do an A-B. So what we'll do now is I will kind of refine that a little bit. Right, so now it sounds like really kind of dull and nasally. And with our shelf, we added a bit of air. This is an okay example. It's an example of something that may have been run through something that we didn't really like, or the filter was a little bit too much. And we can't go back and change it, but we can change it here. So what we're doing is we're adding a bit of frequency content above that, and this is basically what the shelf looks like. The trick is to kind of compensate a little bit before here with this guy and bring this up. Also, it just sounds kind of unnatural and unbalanced. Right, and the shelf, and I'll show you, the shelf, it kind of does that automatically. Right, you'll notice it does that, and that's always a good idea. Right, so we're 8 dB, and we're kind of capturing it. Right, and if you don't do it at the right area, it just sounds unnatural. You just kind of have to play around with it. Right, and hopefully you get some cool sounds. This is an enhancing measure. Yeah, trying to make up a word. Anyway, hope you learned stuff, and take care.